Hello and welcome along to a big episode from this FM20 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's season 12, episode 7, and today it's the knockout round of the Champions League and it's a second leg decider at Old Trafford. It does not get much bigger than this for us. Our first season in Europe, we've got injuries, we've got unregistered players, we've got lots of problems. But we've got to try our best to get through here. A quarter-final place would be miraculous, and we're still on course for a couple of other special moments as well. So you can see we've basically wrapped up Champions League football now. We're 19 points clear of Wolfsburg, 12 clear of Bayern, who have had an awful year. Leipzig back within 4 of us, and we're 8 behind Borussia Dortmund, who looks certain to be champions, unfortunately. We said to win the league, we need all 3 of them to have a bad year. 2 of them have, but the other one's not obliged. So second place looks like the limit of our expectations, but still an improvement on last year. What that will hopefully do, as we were only expected to reach the Europa League places again, is give us big job opportunities. We've got a Continental Pro licence, a 4-star reputation, we've won the German Cup last year, and we're very close to doing the same again. So I'm hoping that that will be the bit that tips us over the edge, and our next move will be to a European super club. Of course, there was some doubt as to whether we'd be in the home dugout tonight, but as it is, that job has not yet become available, and at the moment we're still at Gladbach, and very happy to be so. So firstly, if you have missed any of this season so far, or our story with Gladbach, you can catch up with that in the eye above. Please do put a thumbs up on the video if you're looking forward to a big match in the Champions League. And of course, subscribe down below for daily FM20 content, as well as Cricket 19, a stadium review series, and a weekly live stream as well, of which the latest episode was earlier today. So you can catch up with a full replay of that one on the channel. And thank you again to everyone who joins me. I really am loving it at the moment. But let's of course start, as we always do, by having a look at the schedule and the recent results off camera. And of course there's quite a few of them since that Leipzig match. It's been a very busy February. And it's been an unbeaten one for us as well, despite one disappointing result. So you can see we won 2-1 away at Paderborn last time. That was Pinamonti getting a late winner for us. Oliveira got the equaliser as it looked like we were going to be frustrated. But of course the Italian came to the rescue again. A 3-0 win at home to Hertha Berlin. That was in the quarter-final of the German Cup. Pinamonti with a penalty again in that one. Wimmer and a Beng scoring either side of his. And then at home to Werder Bremen, another late winner from the Italian as Nils Sommer equalised. We're coming from behind a lot, but Pinamonti quite often the hero. At home to Manchester United in the Champions League, Kai Havertz pegged us back after Kennedy Abeng got the opener. And that leaves this tie on a knife edge today, but surely at Old Trafford, United you have to assume are the favourites. Away to Hertha Berlin, an equaliser from Alexander Bittel, but again a frustrating second half as we fell away in the Bundesliga title race. Before back-to-back wins at home to Bayer Leverkusen, Pinamonti wrapped it up with a second late on after Kennedy Abeng had scored in the first half. And away to St. Pauli, it was an early Marcus Wimmer goal, which secured victory against the basement side in the league. And that leads us into United today. Of course, no Ed Seekins, no backup keeper, and Brooker's doubtful as well, as is Jolson Fernandez. But we've still got a good team, so we're going to trust ourselves, and hopefully we'll be able to come out on top. We've then got a pretty tricky looking run in the Bundesliga, and it will be a test of how good we are. I mean, if we can stay in it, the last game of the season is away at Dortmund, and that could be a grandstand finish for us. We've got Schalke in the semi-final of the German Cup, a good side, but they've had a poor year. They're down in 12th. That's actually 3 years in a row now they've failed to get in the top 7. But we've also got them, Wolfsburg and Leipzig and Bayern Munich in a run of 5 league games. Stuttgart are up there as well. They're doing well this season. So it's certainly going to be a difficult run-in as we face all of the rest of the top 6, as well as Schalke, a historic big boy. So that's going to be a very interesting end for us. But I'm very much happy to be competing for things. So let's go and get into this tie against United. It is the most important part of today. It is the only game that matters at the moment. Leipzig and Atlanta's on a life edge as well, so it could be 2 German sides getting through here. But Manchester United very much the favourites in this one, and we'd expect them to do a good job as a result. So let's go and make the changes to the squad. You can see here, and the reason we've left it like this, is we rested a few for the game at the weekend. So Wimmer, he did start, but he was then dropped out again. I thought about resting him for this. Wilhelmsen comes in, Brooker will drop out, Sommer drops to midfield. The big news today is that Kawakita isn't fit, and that leaves Nicholas Stark as our only centre-half, who probably isn't good enough. I did think briefly, do we put Martinevski in the middle? He is a natural centre-back, and in fact I still might. Can he play in there any better? 2.5 star. Right, we're going to do it. Martinevski will play centre-half for the first ever time. Savalainen's in at right-back. Kennedy Abeng will come in. He'll come in for the striker, and then Bittel will go up front. Palika's just had a little poor run, so we'll drop him out for now. And let's get some of the tired players off the bench, some of the injured players off the bench, and see if we can go to full strength. In fact, we've only got 18 senior professionals there that are fit to play today. So that's what we're going to have to go for. In fact, Rolf Niemeyer is arguably better now than Sekuljica. So I'm going to put him on the bench. Sekuljica's unhappy. We don't want him ruining the dressing room atmosphere. And arguably, our youngster's a better player. So this is the lineup we've gone for today. Not a full strength defensively, but we're going to rely on the attacking six to get us through. Kennedy Abeng now 5 star. What a player he is. Let's see if we can get the result. It's Umbahan in goal, Savalainen and Wimmer the fullbacks, Martinevski for the first time moving into the middle alongside Jovanovic, Wilhelmsen and Sommer in central midfield, Kennedy Abeng, Oliveira and Andrea Pinamonti the attacking midfield 3, and Alexander Bittel up front on his own. We need a big game from him today. Let's get into this tie against United. How do you think we'll get on? And let's see if we can pull off a Champions League miracle. So as well as having Kai Havertz in the number 10 role, they've also got Ethan Ampadu at centre-half. Lots of good regens that we recognise as well, so this is going to be a very difficult match. We're going to ask the lads to prove a point, do it for the fans, all of that sort of stuff. Most of them motivated by this one. And we're going to drop to our balanced mentality. On the road in the Champions League, we don't want to be too aggressive. We don't want to leave too much space in behind. I mean, I'm almost tempted to drop the fullbacks even deeper. Maybe one of them at the very least. But I trust Savalainen, the one thing he has got is physicality, so we can trust him to get back. Sommer and Wilhelmsen's a pretty solid midfield base, and we need some heroics. The two wingers have been in great form, and hopefully they can do the same today. We've got lots of positives to go through, apart from Savalainen's lack of match fitness in the tunnel interview, but it's the first half of United v Gladbach. It's 1-1 on aggregate. What will the score be on the night? We must score, we know that for certain. Here's Borges at centre-half for United, inside to Ampadu. He's got 2 men across, one of them's Landu. Long ball out to the right for United. Plenty of space for Pedri. Taking on Wimmer. He's going to beat him to the byline. Delivers to the back post. And Bayer beats Savalainen but heads over the bar. We've also lost that aerial presence at fullback as well. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. Atalanta have gone ahead away at Leipzig. So not looking good for the German side so far. As United are back a play out from the fence. Here's Ampadu into Capelli. Long ball out to the left of Bayer. He's coming over it inside and he's got the left back overlapping. Finds Borges who finds that left winger. Savalainen's flown into a tackle that he's missed. And Yüksel's put it over the bar thankfully. But there were warning signs early on here. Free kick for Jovanovic at centre-half. Nearly half an hour on the clock now. I'm not actually too disappointed with where the game stands. Although we've just given it away awfully there. Here's Havertz to Capelli. Out to the right to Pedri. Wimmer again not having a good game so far. Back inside, Capelli to Juninho. Wonderful cross, Savalainen heads up. Borges gets there though. Crosses for Paredes and he slides in. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't change much. It just means that if we score now, we're going to extra time rather than going straight through. But we still need a goal on the night and we still won't be out if we score it. But 1-0 United and thoroughly deserved. We're back with Jovanovic at centre-half again. Playing it along the back, almost caught in possession, but Martinevski finds Savalainen. Where's the intent? He's giving it away again. What on earth is happening to our fullbacks? Paredes is in. It's a great challenge from Jovanovic. But why are we so lax on the ball with the higher tempo? We're never normally like that. And it's really frustrating that on the big occasion, still a 31-year-old Italian looking anxious. Martinevski on a yellow. Savalainen looks like he's never played football before. It's really bizarre how they've adapted here. At half-time, we're 1-0 down. We're going to ask the lads to prove a point, and we're going to do it pretty aggressively because they've not really turned up. Savalainen, I don't know. We drop him to a defensive duty, and then we go positive. Let's see if that makes a difference. Back to our normal mentality, and hopefully it'll make a shift in momentum too. But straight away, we're back for a United corner. Headed away, and Vera can counter. This is the chance. 2-on-2 briefly. Into Bittel. He's got to take on the centre-half. Can he beat him? Into the box! Just wide into the side net in a snapshot. A brilliant effort and almost got the keeper scurrying there. Wilhelmsen's on a yellow as well now. We're picking up cards galore. And we've reached the hour mark with almost no highlight again. So I'm going to push Savalainen back to a support duty. I don't know what to do. It's really bizarre how anxious these lads are. They never normally like this. Even Kennedy Abeng, he's got that now. But we're going to replace Vera with Salih Hassan. He is a big game player. We saw that in the Super Cup. We've seen it a couple of times this year. Neil Sommer is going to be replaced in midfield by Jimenez. We'll give it 5 more before we change the striker as well. 15 left. It's Pinamonti who's got the poor body language, so I'm going to take him off. I know he normally scores the goals for us. Palika on up front, Bittle over to the left wing. Fingers crossed, we can just find one chance. 1 goal, 1 chance is all we need, and we've got extra time here. Here's Martinevski at centre-half. Find Jovanovic, and now Wilhelmsen. Out to the right to Abeng. This is the chance, surely. Beats one, finds Palika. Into the box, the Champions League hero. On the rebound, puts it in. Good save first time by the United keeper. But Palika has scored, as he so often does in the Champions League off the bench. And we are back on terms with United with 10 minutes to go. Now let's push and get the winner. Into stoppage time, 2 minutes of it gone. And we're playing out from the goalkeeper again. Wimmer on the left. United have pushed men forward to score a goal. And now we've got a chance to get over. Wilhelmsen picks it up in the middle. Finds the left wing to Bittle. Palika's in there, you know. Bittle on the edge of the box. Back to Wimmer. Shoots. It's blocked by his own man. Finds a bang. Wilhelmsen. Palika. He was offside, I think. But he's straight through to Legman anyway. And the offside flag was up. The final scores after 90, leaving at Manchester United 1, Borussia Mönchengladbach 1. Palika with the late goal, and we are now in extra time. 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. Let's get confidence into the boys. I think we get the extra sub now. We do. So I tell you what, Bittle on the left hasn't been at his best. But I haven't got a left winger. Who else do I take off? We'll leave it for now. Wilhelmsen's nervous. We'll think about him shortly. But at the moment, we'll leave it. Half time in extra time. I tell you what, Martinevski's played well at centre half. I don't know where else we can make these changes. I think we've got to look at penalty takers as well. So on the bench, who's the best penalty taker? Nicholas Stark's not a bad one, is he? What about that young striker? He is better. So, who can't take them in the attacking areas? Well, none of them can really, which is a bit of a worrying sign. There are no good penalty takers at this club. Wilhelmsen's one of the worst, so I tell you what, last minute we'll take him off. But here's a United throw on the left. Penalties might not be needed. Lucas at the front post loses out. Falls for Borges. Lucas again blocked. Out wide to Janino. Crosses. Oh, he's left unmarked. But what a brilliant save by Umbahan. You've got to give it to the keeper. He flew across to his right. And we're still fighting away towards the end here. Wilhelmsen heads to Hassan. That is awful. He's normally been good off the bench, but not today. We're throwing bodies on the line, but we're out of puff physically. There is nothing left in the tank. But we've got a free kick. Salih Hassan into the box. Why did we see that? He literally just kicked it to the keeper. Unless United are going to counter from here, I've no idea why we saw that. Here's Legman. Out to Capelli. Out to the right-hand side. Paredes has the overlap. Oh, the fullback's got caught here. Paredes has gone. Oh, he's slided in as well. He's made a complete hash of that. Slid in, of course, is what I meant. Paredes gets it out wide. Here is Janino. Chance to cross the right back. There's 3 in the box for United. Finds Capelli. Janino again. Paredes to Janino. Into the box. It's bobbling everywhere. Back to Borges on the edge. Finds Mustafa Yüksel. Switches and Bittle clears. But we are living a charmed life here. Landu out wide to Janino. On the right-hand side, finds Capelli. Through ball to Lucas. Going to score here. It's a great save. Jovanovic gets it away. And the offside flag is up. We have to do something tactically. United have gone 3 up front, I think. Or 2 up front. They've gone 4-4-2. So, let's get to the tactics. The 2 fullbacks are going to go defensive. Keep them behind the line. Make sure we don't get caught in behind. Jimenez is going to drop to a deep line playmaker on defend. A solid base with those 2 in midfield. Bittle will drop to a support duty. We're still going to stick with positive. We're going to focus play through the middle where we've got the extra man and 2 inside forwards cutting in. We're also going to distribute to the centre halves. Yes, that's correct. And we're going to play normally through the middle. Nothing else changes. Let's get into it with 10 remaining. And we've got to remember, if we're getting close to penalties, that we have to bring Pascal on. And it looks like that's going to be the case. But we're on the 119th minute and we've got a chance. Jovanovic with a free kick in the United half. Out to Wimmer. Still United 1, Gladbach 1. As we're forced all the way back to the goalkeeper, Umbahan. He goes long. Good option in the end. Palika flicks on. Landu heads away and it falls for Lucas, the United striker. Please, not like this. I'd rather go out on penalties than the last second. But he's giving it away to Bittel. On the left-hand side, springs the counter. Gives it away again. We're so sloppy in possession. And where's the shorter passing gone, by the way? Sireveld into the box. Out to Yüksel on the left. Delivers in. Oh, it's so frustrating. When you've got shorter passing tactics on and you give it away with a stupid hoof downfield. What on earth can you do? So the fullbacks will go attacking. The Mazzala will come back and they'll go on support. The inside forward will go attacking, but it's too little too late. What a pathetic way to give it away. Salih Hassan, do you know what? He's been that bad. I'm going to sub him back off again. The youngster Neymar will come on for the last minute. And let's just see if we get something special out of him. We'll go very attacking, but it's too little too late. And what a way to bow out of the Champions League. We give it away with a stupid pass in. And we lose 2-1 to United after extra time. A good effort and a good performance overall. But a silly way to throw it away. Leipzig had similar heartbreak, the other German side out on penalties to Atalanta. But our first European campaign and Champions League dream is over. 8.5 million we got for that one. We defeated, it's so frustrating, the 119th minute. We were one away from the lottery of penalties and then maybe we were benefited as the underdogs. So we'll deal with the press conference off camera. But let's have a look at the schedule. I think we've got to come back for that double header there. Bayern Munich away in the Bundesliga. We'll find out if there's any sniff of us being back in the title race. And the German Cup semi-final against Schalke. A massive game, a chance to defend a trophy for us. If we have a look at it, Dortmund are there against Mainz. So a second tier side, hopefully they'll get the win. Or maybe Dortmund win the Bundesliga and drop off, just like Bayern did last year. That's how we won it last season and we'll hope for the same again. There's big jobs coming up now as well, so we'll start to look at those for the summer. But if you did enjoy this episode and that brilliant performance despite defeat against United, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you thought of our first Champions League campaign. Obviously we've shown a fair bit of it on camera here. And do you think we've got a chance at defending the German Cup? It looks good to me, but of course we've fallen foul before. And the Bundesliga is a very slim chance, particularly with our running. But we'll keep fighting and hopefully we'll still be in it next time round. But if you did enjoy this one, as I say, please do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know down in the comments how you think we'll get on for the rest of the year. And do you think we'll get that big job in the summer? That's what we're certainly hoping for. Subscribe to the channel down below and turn that notification bell on for daily FM20 content from 2 long-term stories. We've got a video every Sunday from our stadium review series too. Thank you for your support with that in recent weeks. There's 2 videos from Cricket 19 every week as well, and our weekly live stream series every Tuesday morning at 10 AM. Please do pop along if you're able to. I really do enjoy hanging out. We've got a great little community and the full stream replays available on the channel now. And I'll of course be continuing my work over on the podcast channel. We're really taking off now. We've got 2 interviews every week with professionals, current and past from the game, as well as weekly championship predictions and loads of other odd topical podcasts as well. Thank you so much for your support over there and on this one as well. And I hope to see you next time for a big semi-final and hopefully a chance at the Bundesliga title.